round.
EP is free. Someone who's not free though, however, apart from last game, because he got some minus points on his fantasy league, is N0tail, who's going to be joining us in the studio. And he had to play 3 games today, and it was 2 wins, 1 loss. Welcome to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. N0tail, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing quite good. A bit disappointed, but what to do about it? I'm doing pretty good.
I don't know if you're wearing a robe or just a hoodie that's white.
Okay.
Gotta,
Represent.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. It looked like it could have been a robe for a moment.
That's on Tuesdays. I tend to wear robes like all day.
Do you have Fnatic robes? Production are asking.
No, we're working on it.
Yeah, you have Fnatic onesies though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I have a pair in my closet.
Okay, so yeah, you said you're a little bit disappointed. I guess you're just obviously referring to your final game. So do you want to talk us through how that was meant to go?
Well, we didn't expect to draw mid. It did come up, but the plan was to snowball harder and have a lane that could punish a draw slightly. But instead, they did the shaker pools middle with a draw laning there, so they got the start they wanted, and we kind of went for the wrong item builds. I think like that ended up playing into their hands. Like, when they wanted to push, we had nothing to do. If we would have had a blink, we would have had a chance. But even with that, like we had the vanguards on Slatter instead, and Bat had gimped farm because of the pulling, so we didn't have a way to go in. So it was like kind of hard.
Frustrating, it sounded.
Yeah, you just look at your towers fall, and you look at your Raxes fall, and you can't go on that. Like the damage they have. Plus, it's something that we've not played against before. The Visage Draw Ranger combination, like the familiars plus the aura. It's everything they have was just scary to go into, and we needed more farm, and they just had too good of a start.
Yeah, but of course today you also got 2 wins versus Meet Your Makers and some pretty good fantasy points as well. So how was that?
No, those games were fun. Fantasy points, of course. I mean, that's what we're aiming for.
Do you have a fantasy league team?
No, tiny bit. I mean, this is the back of your head, the fantasy points. But like the first game was harder than it had to be against MYM. We, I don't know if people noticed, but we were really unsure of what to do. When we started the game, we were super laid out on lanes, and we were arguing whether or not how to lane it, who's going to play what, and so on. So the game was not starting on a good foot, and they actually had a pretty decent chance to win. So not as much of a stomp as we'd like it to be, but we came back second game, luckily.
So I want to ask, who is Fnatic right now in terms of Dota 2? I mean, where are you kind of positioned yourself? Because you've had a few second places, and now it's the run-up, to the international. So, who is Fnatic is pretty much like, how are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? Are there new strats? What are you working on as a team?
I think stability is what we got to work on. Like, on a good day, we are able to stomp any team. Like, on a good day, we've stomped everyone so hard. Like, we have Empire, Rockskis, Alliance, Na'Vi. But then we have so many days where, I mean, sure, you could say that other days, like those days that other teams are playing bad, but sometimes it just feels right to play. And often we have off days where, games are just harder than they should be, or we end up like losing. Like this game, we didn't really put up much of a fight. So what we're really working on is stability. And for TI, I think we're gonna manage to get there. We had the same issue last TI, and we kind of solved it. I mean, I think our last game we still played well at TI. We didn't have a bad game. We always put up a fight, and so that's kind of what we're working towards again.
All right, and Meepo support. Did you have to fight to get that in?
Actually, it was other people pressuring the pick. I was of course very willing to play it. I like playing it, and it's kind of my new flame again. Like when I play pubs, that's what I do all the time. I play support Meepo, and for me it's hilarious. So I'm hoping that we can make it work better. It was like not too much practice we put into it when we did against Na'Vi, but we actually had a pretty decent shot of winning that game. I think we were even ahead. Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to see more of that, but time will tell.
All right. Okay. So any questions for N0tail guys or Bruno? And then
no, I just I'm forwarding some questions from people that are actually watching right now. You do have a fantasy league, right? Like a team?
No, I never got around to make one.
Oh, do your teammates have one? Because you kind of look like they did.
I actually don't think anyone made one.
They're fighting for us.
Yeah, they're fighting for us. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That would be unfair if we like made one and we started picking ourselves or something. Then we would just farm fantasy points. You know, we keep it fair and square, and we don't think about it.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I think that the money from winning a league is a little bit higher than the fantasy points that you can get in games. So
Fantasy points is prestige, man. I'm telling you.
If you had to choose, you'd obviously go for the fantasy points, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the
Look good first, win second. That's the Fnatic way. Second place.
Second place.
I mean, come on. In your final game at TI, if you got to pick Meepo and you lost, you'd be happier than if you, because you remember your final game.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
Okay, sorry. Any more questions, Bruno?
No, I'm good, guys.
No, okay. Well, thanks for coming on the show. We hope you've been enjoying the Dream League. We've certainly enjoyed your games this week. And any shout-outs, of course, before we let you go back to stabilizing the team.
Shout out to Sing Sing's arrow in my ass. Shout out to my teammates, and shout out to you guys for hosting or having such a nice panel this time. Like I enjoy watching it when we're not playing.
All right, and of course, thanks for watching my Hearthstone stream and shouting at me in Skype. Apparently, N0tail worked out the play way before I did.
Oh, really?
Even though there's a 30-second delay. he's better than me at that game as well, which pisses me off. So we're going to get rid of you now, N0tail, and good luck next week. I believe you've got a match next week, so best of luck for that game as well.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah.